is going on today, guys? I'm here today with another podcast episode, and today's episode is going to be titled Intentionality. So, I wanted to take a moment to talk about intentionality and what that's meant to me for the past couple of weeks, and maybe suggest this as a means for you guys to look at the things that are going on around you and how exactly you can use the idea of being intentional to improve your life. So, for me personally, lately, I've been spending a lot of time with intentionally growing what I'm doing in my online presence and just in life in general, with educating myself, the people that I'm around, networking, the things that I'm doing on a daily with meditation, working on a vlog, eating better, trying to wake up at a reasonable time, doing things with my routine that ensure growth and allow me to stay on a positive path. So I challenge you guys to try this idea out with your own lives, with what's going on around you. And I know there's a lot of stuff going on with the whole COVID and the fact that you can't go anywhere and do anything, but that doesn't stop you from intentionally still trying to improve your own life, whether it's exercising in your house, eating better, trying to wake up earlier, getting into a project that you want to start working on, and how you're socializing as well. Obviously, with social distancing, obviously, stay on top of that idea. But something that I've been doing and I've been developing is a group called Sure Growth, where I'm intentionally trying to help others grow their own platform as well as mine, and to share these ideas with other people because I find that there's a lot of value. And that's one of the key terms I believe in this whole idea of being intentional is the amount of value that you are bringing to others. I believe that the more you can figure out a way to bring value to those around you, the more you can grow and the more you can see a better path to growing and being intentional and living an overall better life. Because as you may understand for yourself, and as you guys know, I run a recovery podcast as well. I do a lot of themes based on recovery, but some themes that I can think about with giving value to others and with recovery as well is think about the value that you are giving to others in your life around you with being present, being able to be reliable, being able to follow up on things that you say you're going to follow up on, and compare that previously to when you were struggling with this issue and how you were able to start providing value once you got over that hump. Or if you're not over that hump, think about it. And I'm telling you this from experience with the fact that I'm where I'm at now, and that I can think about how I can make lives better around me just from being present and adding value intentionally. And some of it is unintentional, some of it it's kind of just second nature. Things that you kind of were intentional about becomes second nature for you. And so that's why I really like this idea of intentionality. And something else that I've been working on is developing my personal brand as David J. Sherwin, hence the podcast renamed as David J. Sherwin podcast. I still talk about recovery. I'm still enjoying talking about those topics, but I like to open up a range of things that we can talk about as well. And I'm looking at having a couple of guests on in the future regarding recovery and getting over substance abuse. So I'm really looking forward to those guests being on this show for sure. I'm just working out a few more kinks in the studio that I've put together. It's been a few upgrades, a few things that I've had to move around. But overall, just like I said, working on trying to stay intentional. And for those of you guys around you that are maybe looking at doing something similar, check out the sponsor, and we're back. Check out Anchor if you want to start working on that. Another um, resource that I was able to get into was with John Maxwell. He had a 30-day growth challenge, and I went through that, and it was really, really good and informative to think about the things of being intentional. And that's why I'm bringing up this idea, is because I took that course. I'll drop a link on it, and he really sits down and breaks down being a leader and how that involves being intentional and the way you dress, how you go about your day, how you talk, how you just do everything in general. And it was really great. I highly recommend it. I hadn't really been too much read up on John Maxwell, but I followed through starting to read some of his books, and I picked up a lot of value from it. So I highly recommend it. And hope you guys are all enjoying your day. Hope you guys are staying sober, staying motivated, getting into recovery, growing, getting intentional about the goals in your lives, and just thinking about, what would a year of growing and being intentional look like compared to a year of excuses. I'm sure that the results that you would see, the difference in being intentional and executing your goals, are going to be insane. So there you have it. There's this podcast episode, Intentionality. Please follow me. I'm on Facebook at David J. Sherwin. On this podcast, you can follow me all throughout all the different podcast platforms at David J. Sherwin. And I will see you guys all soon.